this is Kamori, and welcome to part 1 of the cosplay competition series. Now, I've mentioned in a couple of the tutorial videos that I'm working on a particular costume for a competition, or I've mentioned like, this isn't for a competition, I'm not as worried about the craftsmanship. So, in this video, we're going to discuss how I, and hopefully it will give you a further understanding, decide whether or not to enter a costume into a contest and the process that goes behind picking a costume for a specific competition. Start by seeing what competitions are available in your area. Now, most anime or comic cons have a section on their website devoted to the contest rules. Now, in some places it'll be hidden under Hall Cosplay Contest, some places it'll be under Masquerade. It depends on which contest you're wanting to enter. So after you've found that, read through it very carefully and see if there are any specific guidelines for what costumes can be entered and which ones can't be. For example, my Morrigan from Dragon Age, I could not enter into the Otakon Cosplay Contest because it was from a Western source material and those types of costumes were not allowed. Now that you've figured out what the guidelines are for the contest, now it's time to choose a costume. Now, here are a couple guidelines to help narrow down your decision process. The first is to think about how much time you have. If you don't have a whole lot of time before the convention, you might want to hold off on a costume that's super intricate, super detailed, and is going to require a lot of hours to do all of the fine detailing on it, and instead go for something simple. Now, a simple costume may not be as flashy, but a simple costume that is done perfectly will impress judges a lot more than a really fancy costume done poorly and rushed. So just think about and be honest with yourself about how much time you actually have to complete the costume and whether or not you're going to be able to get it done in time for the contest. The second tip is to play to your strengths. Think about what particular aspects of cosplay you are really good at. If it's wig styling, if it's armor making, if it's sewing, try and pick a costume that really focuses in on that area so you can really take a chance to shine in that particular aspect. Now, there's nothing wrong with picking a costume where you're going to be learning a new technique. That's actually really encouraged because it's showing that you want to improve your skills. However, recognize that if it's something you've never done before, odds are there's going to be some mistakes and you may have to redo or practice that technique before it is up to the standards of the rest of your costume. So if you want to try something new, that's totally cool and encouraged. Just make sure, like part 1, you have enough time to actually practice those skills so that they are matching the rest of your costume. And for number 3, think about the logistics of your costume. It's really awesome to create a super huge costume that takes up a whole bunch of space, but are you going to be able to fit it in your car? Are you going to be able to fit it on the bus or the plane or however it is you're going to be getting to the convention? Don't make a costume and then realize, oh no, you can't actually get it to the contest. In a similar vein, think about, are you going to be able to see? Are you going to be able to walk? Are you going to be able to move well in this costume? If not, may want to rethink it, or you may have to have a friend come and help you with the costume, help you walk across stage, help you get to the costume contest. So while this doesn't mean you can't enter that costume, it just means you may have to put a little bit more planning into it to make sure you can actually get to the contest. One thing also to keep in mind is that if you are entering in a cosplay contest as a group, a majority of cosplay contests judge and put the entire group at the level of the highest ranked member of the group. For example, if you have a group of novice level cosplay contest entrants and then you have one person in the group that is ranked as a journeyman, the entire group is going to be judged at the journeyman level. While this doesn't mean to scare anybody away from cosplay contests, that's just something to think about when you're picking your costumes. And those were a few tips to help you pick a cosplay competition costume. For more cosplay tutorial videos, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching. Bye!